Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the Hourglass. Welcome if you are new. Oh my gosh, it's Sagittarius season mixed with a little bit of Scorpio action in Venus. So, Scorpios is all about the underworld, those deep, dark desires, sexiness, seduction. Could also be very secretive. So it's like extra secretive, but with that Sagittarius flame, listen, we going, we expanding, all right? Deep diving in some new educational or even self-education, philosophy. Sagittarian, I have a lot of Sagittarian placement in my chart. So I like to explore whether it's mentally, physically, spiritually. You get it, you guys. So let's jump in. I want to do something different today. It's Sunday, the 21st of November. So I wanted to do something about, more of self-discovery, being that we're opening the Sagittarian season, and November has been all about that. A lot of copper, a lot of this autumn warm energy in the home, coziness, even though it might be a little chill. So let's see what's going on. I want to start with my favorite, one of my favorite. This was gifted to the channel by my mama. Yeah, surrender cards, all right? It's my favorite. It's go-to when I'm struggling or when I'm stuck or when I could be like self-sabotaging at times, all right? So I hope you guys like my new setup. I decided to do something a little bit more closer. Let's get personal. Plus, I love changes. I love to change around things a lot. I don't know if that's such a good idea for my altar, but I just like new energies, all right? I like to clean my room. I like to have things neat. And it helps me to think clearly because I think to overthink sometimes. So let's see what's going on here when it comes to, let's start with the subconscious mind. Like, what is the theme here for ushering Sagittarius season? What do we need to explore or be aware of right at this minute? Hope you guys are doing wonderful. Peace to you and those you love. All right, so we have surrender your need to always be right. Ooh, so we have two people here really kneeling or yielding to each other. And it talks about yielding to change. After the fires have been burned, it's almost like rising from the ashes, especially with the Sagittarius energy. So at times, I feel like Sagittarius could hold grudges or they could hold bad blood or resentment. But it's like life is just too beautiful. Life is just too much full of adventure of life to stay stuck there. So, it's kind of like polar opposite for me when I think about it. Scorpios tend to hold grudges at times, or they be very secretive and like investigative. But with the Sagittarian energy, it's like, yeah, that happened, that went on, but guess what? I don't have to take it personally anymore. I don't have to walk with that on my back anymore. That's not my cross to bear. So it says, give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. So if this is not something that you're into, like coupling or a relationship or partnership, this could mean the relationship with yourself or the people that you're around, your relationship with money, your relationship with work. It's again, Sagittarius season, expansion, education, and traveling, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally. It could be all plateaus as well, all right? So what should we pick next? Oh, let's do some crappy cards. Some of you, that's your favorite, my little crappy cards. All right, so something already turned over. We have memories. So the card memories has been on my channel for, I can't tell you for how long, but it's a lot, it's frequently. So I feel as a collective, and remember this is a general reading, so it's a lot of different energies that's coming through. We still holding on to memories. And the thing is, our brain, it doesn't know the difference between a thought and a memory, something that you're holding on to. So if you're repeating or replaying some scenarios that happened a long time ago that had some type of trauma response, or, it just kind of affected you in some way, your body is constantly reliving it. Your nervous system is constantly reliving it. So this is why they try to tell you you're not your thoughts, because again, those memories, something about it that you're still holding on to. Maybe you're still kind of like trying to replay a scenario to see where did you go wrong or where you could have made some type of improvement. Now is the time to be very yielding to that. All right, it's time to resolve that conflict. So if you have to go back to someone, it may be a good idea. For some of you, it may be just forgiving yourself and moving on. It's not all the time that we need to forgive others. We just need to forgive ourselves and let more energy in. All right, so it may have something to do with alcohol or drugs, or it could be something to the fact where some type of an addiction. So it doesn't have to stop at alcohol and drugs. It could be addicted to drama, addicted to overthinking, addicted to self-doubt, self-sabotage, all right? And it could be some type of false ego, because a lot of times when we see the surrender the need to always be right, you're not always right, all right? It's different perceptions, it's different ways of looking at things, and for you to just keep holding on to your way, your way, your way, it's kind of like narrowing down your possibilities or your opportunities to resolve something or improve whatever the situation may be. All right, so I'm looking at alcohol and drugs. If you're not resonating with that, I'm just looking at it as some type of addiction or obsession. All right, that's keeping you oppressed. You get what I'm saying? So whether it's you're addicted to social media, you're addicted to news, you're addicted to gossip, whatever it is, all right, it's time to like resolve that. It's time to improve that state of mind. So let's bust down the tarot and see. So this is like a well-being checkup, all right? I like to say it's well-being because, you know, I care about you guys, and it's not all about, you know, what somebody else is doing or, you know, what they think about you, even though it could be juicy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to check in with ourselves. We have to do a soul check. How are you doing today? How is the inner person, your inner child, doing today? You get what I'm saying? You know I care about you guys. All right, so let's see what's going on in your subconscious. No, let's see what's going on in your conscious mind. We have 8 of Wands. So your mind could be going miles per hour. Like it's just rapid thinking here, as well as for some of you, it's obsessive thinking. Some of you maybe resort to doing things that's going to numb you, or right now you have alcohol or drugs around you. And it could be very tempting, or it could be very triggering. Just take it how it resonates, you guys. I hope you guys could see clearly. Just a little closer view of my altar. This is my favorite space, my happy space. So if you have negative energy trying to project on my shit, it's going to be returned to you 10 times fold. All right? And my tongue could be a weapon. So careful how you come at me. Talk to me nice, my guy. All right, show some love. Go and big up yourself if you're grateful to be alive, if you're grateful to be here. Your eyes are open. You may be in a little pain. You may be going through a very traumatic memory or response here, but you're grateful. You're grateful. All right, that's silent prayers to the Most High, to your Creator, that you're grateful for all that is at this moment. All right, so 8 of Wands, you may have wanted something to progress. This is a lot of traveling as well. Maybe right now there's some memories of traveling or where you traveled to, and it may have had a conflict there, or somebody that you're tethering to is thinking about the last time you guys communicated and it caused a conflict, and they're seeing that it had room, it had possibility for them to do some type of improvement, all right? So it could have a lot of feeling like things were canceled because I did not do this, or what if I had did this? Would it have been more pleasurable here? So maybe somebody's thinking here to like really communicate with you about why they reacted how they acted, or again, this could be alcohol and drugs that's around you, and you're thinking about moving away from that or finding a solution with the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is action, movement, and it could be extremely fast. All right, so it's a time for air travel or swift change. I'm hearing it's time for a swift change with the 8 of Wands. So let's see what's going on in your subconscious mind. So we have the conscious, and now we're going to jump into the subconscious mind. We have the Hermit. I know a lot of you dread the Hermit, but the Hermit is some good energy. All right, the Hermit could talk about, you know, really reflecting. Somebody's really paranoid. So it's paranoia around alcohol and drugs or some type of addictive behavior. Somebody's being triggered heavily here. There's a lot of fire in the background in that card. So I'm definitely picking up like, hey, something is really triggering for someone here, and it's having to yield to a situation or yield to somebody else. It's time to be flexible. All right. Or again, it's time to move away. It's time to not hold on so strong to the situation, give others the lead way or the right away or some type of leniency, and it's time to have some type of air travel out of there. Or again, it's traveling away from a situation mentally, physically, emotionally, just letting that go to improve a situation or a relationship. All right, something is triggering somebody's memory around alcohol or drugs, and it's okay to go in that hermit mode. That's that Virgo energy. Get into something that you're really good at. This could also feel a little bit of a routine. Somebody's not wanting to stay in some type of routine here, so they could be like hiding away or avoiding a situation. But with the cosmic egg, I'm seeing like it's time for a breakthrough. All right, and I'm seeing like a three-headed gargoyle to the bottom. I don't know if it could be negative or evil forces, or it could also be somebody's perception of guidance, of angelic guidance, all right? But whatever it is, it's almost like you're having guidance, or you have like, you're being triggered with this lower energy. All right, give others a chance to be right. Maybe there's opposing forces of views here, of beliefs as well, or what my self-belief is very different to the other, but am I being too rigid here? Am I leaving room for opportunities for things to improve, or am I just holding tight and firm to what I want things to look like? All right, the hermit is a very older energy. This could be somebody that's more mature, a grandparent, or just somebody that's more seasoned, seen it all, been through it all, and they're kind of like putting in too much input on a situation. And this card is saying surrender your need to always be right. All right, some memories here is triggering somebody, and I feel like somebody's just thinking on and on and on about how things could possibly turn out. All right, but again, it could mean moving forward to a solution. In the hermit now, I don't know, could be some Virgo energy here, but it's saying stay true to yourself. This situation is going to help you gain some more wisdom. And I feel like it's like some type of like it's strengthening your muscle. I'm hearing strengthening my muscles. All right, so let's see what's going on in the super conscious mind. What's going on in the super conscious mind? We have justice. Ooh, snaps. And overall energy is the Two of Wands. So we have a lot of movement. We have a lot of action. This is like busybody type of energy, or the busy type of moving around. All right. So with the justice now, we have truth or clarity, or injustice that needs some type of resolve. They need some type of facts. We need the truth here to resolve a situation or to improve a relationship. All right, so again, with my justice card, I always think of Judge Judy. So we may have October Libras. I know Judge Judy is an October Libra. Big up to my Libra gang. You know how Libras do it. So it's time to be very diplomatic here, but it could also feel like with the Hermit paired with the Justice, someone is feeling like, yeah, they should avoid confrontation or ignoring the obvious. All right, but is that the true solution here? Somebody's avoiding confrontation because of a memory here. So there could be somebody that's numbing themselves out so they don't repeat a memory. I'm sorry for the outside noise, you guys. I have no control over that. Just wanted to say that. But the lantern is here, and every time I think about the lantern, that is Solomon's wisdom with the star in there, Solomon's seal, Solomon's crescents. So it's almost like Solomon had the wisdom from the Most High. So I'm hearing, what would the Most High do? Or I'm hearing, for you Bible thumpers, what would Yahuwah say? What would Yahuwah do? Or Yahweh. So I don't know if somebody watched Tyler Perry, but you know, it had that piece where Cora had that thing around her hand. Is it a wristband that said what it was, WJ D or something like that? What would Jesus do? Some kind of wristband. So maybe somebody wears a wristband here. I feel like it's red, or it's like bluish green. It doesn't have to be. It's just something that I'm seeing, that I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, It's almost like wisdom or truth is needed to develop some type of solution or to put in movement some type of improvement here. Now with the Two of Wands, okay, so I'm hearing somebody needs to slow down. Somebody wants somebody to slow down. All right. So with the Two of Wands, that's that guy that's looking over the land, looking at a globe or looking at the earth or could be looking at the World Wide Web. Again, somebody could be kind of like numbing themselves to a situation or avoiding a situation by being on the web. So you may be living with someone and they're kind of avoiding a confrontation by sticking on the computer, to that effect. Or it could feel like a child really need to kind of catch up on some homework here. Somebody's been on a computer avoiding homework, avoiding some type of deadline when it comes to paperwork with the justice. It's almost like, something could turn right really. I'm hearing like a lawsuit. So I don't know if somebody's fearing something could escalate to a lawsuit or end up in the courts. And they could like really avoiding confrontation because it's like I could go from zero to jail type of energy. So it's like coming to yield, coming to some type of compromise by letting somebody be right or somebody really wants to be right in a situation. I'm hearing the Two of Wands, the grass is not always green on the other side. So you know what that means for whoever resonates with. So I want to see like what could be the solution here. I'm going to be looking in the Angels Ancestors deck. This was another gift to the Hourglass channel, to another loyal, from another loyal client here. I forgot what I was saying because my mind was going on the cards here. Sorry, you guys. I'm just bending my cards that way because, I don't want my cards to be like worn down in a certain angle. So I tend to switch up how I shuffle my cards. I know a lot of people take offense of that. It's like distracting and I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. It's like something needs to come into balance here. Somebody's really wanting balance and I feel like they're avoiding a situation until balance miraculously happen, or somebody has this notion that it would all balance out itself. Oh well, it would all balance out itself. It's a lot of traveling with the Two of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Somebody wants to travel by air or travel overseas. I feel like somebody's want to suddenly leave a situation that they're avoiding. So this is what's going on mentally, all right? This is like, I don't know what I'm going to title this. This is a new spread that I've been working on. So we have the Fox, and the Fox could be a little bit sly, but it talks about trust your talents in this changing times. And Fox spirit, the spirit of the Fox, they're very like, they could survive really harsh environments. These animals are often hunted for their fur. So it's really unfair for such a beautiful creature to be hunted down for their fur. And here we have unfair twice. So somebody definitely feels like a situation is unfair. Something is unfair about alcohol or drugs or some type of dysfunctional. I'm hearing dysfunctional situation with all that fire burning. Maybe some of you are part of charity of saving the rainforest. You're very, like passionate about seeking justice for animals as well. Maybe you're a veterinarian. It's a lot of worry with the Hermit. What is going on? I'm too old for this shit. Who said that? Yeah, and the Hermit could be very peaceful in the spiritual realm in doing this inner search. So some of you may be receiving a lot of downloads, rapid downloads in this soul searching energy, and it's bringing some type of balance. We have the Hunter. So some of you may be having this Hunter's energy where you have to like face this dark cave and you're not wanting to. I feel like there's a little bit of worry of what could happen, the dangers. It's like I could go from zero to jail right now, okay? So it says track down your fears and your desires. So whatever is happening, you're going to have to face it. Oh my goodness. You guys be careful because I'm feeling an energy of somebody has to fight with that warrior's energy, but it could just be, you know, fighting this avoidance, you know, fighting the urge to numb yourselves out, to bring some type of peaceful state. And don't try to seek some type of revenge. And this is why we have surrendered the need to be right. So you may be dealing with somebody that's very revengeful because they're fearful of some type of, they could be very fearful of not getting what they want with the Two of Wands energy. So let's see. What do your angels and ancestors has to say about this thing? Let's talk about it. Obvious, clear answers. Obvious, clear guidance. Let it be great. Let it be great. Let it be great. Well, we got two. So we have the Lord. So this may have some Emperor energy, some Aries. Somebody may be the head or the father of the household here, or there's patriarchal energy here of wanting to rule, or somebody has a very clear structure here established. So we have the Shaolin Master. Let's talk about it. So it says, be grateful in your action, in your movement and action. And like I stated, there's a lot of action, a lot of movement with these wands. 2 + 8 is 10. So it's actually 10 of wands here. So there could be like a lot of heaviness in the mind, or it's a lot of overthinking and it's burdening someone here. Somebody may have too much going on. There's too much responsibility and they're avoiding like really making things fair by probably having a family meeting. Like, listen, this needs to be done. This needs to be done. But with the Emperor's energy to the bottom, I feel like somebody could be very insensitive or inconsiderate of all that's present. And this is why we have surrender your need to be right. Yeah, you may have some excellent points. You may be the father. You may be the one that's, you know, holding things together, the glue, because I look at the Emperor as somebody that listens to everybody, but they make the decisions, you know. But it's time for like letting others be right. So with the Shaolin Master, that could talk, we have the praying mantis here. So I don't know if you have mantras you could say, or there's some affirmations you like to say to like take yourself down. So it's like 1, 2, it's like you're counting to like lower the temperament here. And we have the praying mantis that could be very slow, or it could be very graceful in its movement, all right, or in its actions. So this is some really good guidance for a group of you. Just take it how it resonates, you guys. And with the spirit of the fox, again, you have to be able to move through a very unfair situation. Some of you may try to be very slick, or somebody's looking at you as a sly fox. Could be very alert with the fox energy as well. And, you know, a lot of changes is happening. A lot of cards talking about change. For some of you, I feel like there's a fear of change with the Two of Wands and justice. But with justice, you don't need to know every law and every rule. You just need to trust your inner wisdom here. I feel like somebody wants to know the ins and outs of something, and it could become very obsessive. Somebody may be on the computer obsessively trying to find out or get information, the truth on someone, and it's telling you that you need to like kind of like trust what's going on here. All right, so let's see, what else do I see here? I'm still looking at the yeah, so be graceful in your movements, all right, and have and in your action. I'm kind of stumbling because it's so much information that wants to come out with the Shaolin Master. So this is like self-mastery here, going into that soul searching, that self-reflecting energy. It's time for mastery. Slow with the mantis, slow and steady, this graceful action. Remember to breathe. Master your breath work here as well, and take a gentler approach with surrendering your need to always be right. I'm hearing Bruce Lee. You know, Bruce Lee was my husband in a different life. So what I'm hearing is be water, my friend. Flow like water. And it could also talk about other elements. I'm seeing fire here as well. So with the fire, it could talk about rising from that ash or burning out some type of purity, and then rising from that ash in a more improved state. I'm hearing eat fruits as well that are very juicy or have extra water with the Shaolin Master. So let's talk about the air guardian. So you may be an air sign dealing with fire energy in your home, or this is a relationship, or this is some fire energy, some passion energy in you as well. So Let's talk about the guardian. She is so beautiful, you guys. If you could see that card, I'm trying not to put my hands so much in the readings because I want you guys to like really look at the cards and the message here that's going on. So it says, shift your perception. Surrender your need to always be right. Be yielding and not rigid. All right. So give others the gift of letting them be right. Shift your perception. So change the way you think. So it's a lot of changes that's happening around you, or there's a lot of things that's triggering you to change your perception of something here. All right. You will need to change your whole reality. So it's like change your perception. You change your whole reality is what the air guardian is saying here. So air talks about thoughts, thinking. I did mention two and 8 of wands is 10 of wands. So there's a burden, there's a heaviness on the mind, a heaviness of the thoughts. So your head is probably like swollen, or it's like thumping, or you're having frequent headaches right now. And it's because you kind of boggled down with a lot of these memories and thinking and thoughts, 100 miles per hour. Like a thinking tornado that's happening for some of you. So this is an opportunity to really learn about the way that you think, about your thinking process. Sometimes we could play mental games or mind games because our perceptions, we think, or we have like this hunch that our perception may be wrong. So somebody may be playing a lot of mind games because their way of thinking could be a little bit like unhappy. They could be happy, and because their unhappiness, because I'm seeing unhappiness with the 2 of wands and the hermit, like worrisome unhappiness, not getting what I want. So I'm going to play like these mental mind games because I'm overthinking something here. And it could turn into some type of vengeance with the justice card. So come with the facts. Come with the facts, honey, not what you think. Come with the facts. So some of you may need to research the things that's coming to your mind as well. So with the air guardian, it's a time to move in a different direction, or in your direction, but you would have to be more open and ready for some type of internal work to support that movement. A lot of movement and action. Be graceful in your movement and action, slow and steady. The praying mantis with grace, with some type of technique, with breathing. Wow. So this was very eye-opening for me. Again, this was a self-discovery read about your conscious, your subconscious, and your super subconsciousness. All right. So I hope you guys did enjoy this spread. If you did, go and big up yourself in the comment box. I've been working on this setup for a while because, again, I like variety. It's not just about tapping into others' energy and who's against you and all of that juicy, spicy stuff. But we're about to do another channel message right after this. So if you're interested, please stay tuned, or please be on the lookout. Hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for your gratitude, your generous tips to the free readings here on the Hourglass. And remember, you don't have to tip. Just liking, subscribing, sharing, hitting that notification is just as good. You're getting that video out there, you're getting it out there, you're helping it push out there for others to see it as well. So I'm grateful that you're part of the Hourglass platform. So I'll chat to you guys later. Ciao.